A terminal level of confusion has hit Donald Trump's White House as the result of more utter incompetence among those around him. We have the receipts, and it would honestly be funny to watch if people's well-being and livelihood didn't depend on this stuff. Now, let me explain to you what's going on. Donald Trump's press secretary, Karoline Leavitt, had to hit Twitter to try to clarify that Donald Trump's proposed new $100,000 H-1B visa fee is a one-time fee, not an annual fee. Now, Karoline Leavitt's tweet is the following, quote, "To be clear, this is not an annual fee. It's a one-time fee that applies only to the petition. Those who already hold H-1B visas and are currently outside of the country right now will not be charged $100,000 to re-enter. H-1B visa holders can leave and re-enter the country to the same extent as they normally would. Whatever ability they have to do that is not impacted by yesterday's proclamation. And this applies only to new visas, not renewals, and not current visa holders. It will first apply in the next upcoming lottery cycle." Now, why is Karoline Leavitt having to do this? I know some of you are probably already confused. What's she talking about? The reason Karoline Leavitt had to do this is that Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick said multiple times in a row, the $100,000 H-1B visa fee is annual. He called it an annual fee multiple times. Don't take my word for it. Listen to this.
I think, Sean, do you agree with that?
Well, they're $100,000 per year. So the whole idea is no more will these big tech companies or other big companies train foreign workers. They have to pay the government $100,000, then they have to pay the employee. So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land. Train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year.
That's the second time, $100,000 a year.
H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love us. They love us.
Renewals, first times. The company needs to decide, do they want, is that person valuable enough to have $100,000 a year payment to the government?
Okay, so that's the third time, $100,000 a year. So Karoline Leavitt had to come out and say, no. It's a one-time fee of $100,000. Now, the initial assumption was they're confused about their own plan. They don't understand their own plan. Some of them believe it's $100,000 a year. Some believe it's a $100,000 one-time fee. They just don't know. It's the Trump administration, so confusion is often enough of an explanation. But that may not be the explanation here. It may be that they wanted it to be $100,000 a year, but they then, after announcing it, got feedback that that's completely bonkers insane. That would never possibly work. And so they said, okay. We'll back off and make it a $100,000 one-time fee. We don't know because this is an administration that's constantly in shambles. Now let's talk about the policy a little bit. The H-1B visa is a U.S. work visa. And what it allows American companies to do is if there is a specialized high-skilled job, often in tech engineering or medicine, and they want to bring someone in from another country specifically for that job, it's called an H-1B visa. That's the process that exists. Now, even as a one-time fee, $100,000 would make the United States by far the most expensive country in the world to apply for this high-skilled foreign labor. Now, I understand the idea here. The idea is convince companies to hire American by making it more expensive to hire from other countries. The problem is, because in part due to our education system, which Republicans have damaged, there are arguably not enough of the high-skilled people that these companies want and need to hire from the United States. In other words, if Republicans really wanted to fix this problem and make it so that American companies look inward rather than to other countries for a lot of these roles, why are you worsening our education systems? And by the way, the people that are hired for these roles domestically disproportionately are coming up in these dangerous liberal blue state education systems and liberal universities. So to the extent that this is a problem, it's a problem of their own making. Now, Trump says we're going to make corporations pay. But in practice, this is just anti-immigration through economics. If you can't ban H-1B visas, you make them really expensive. And even as a one-time fee, if you do this, Small and mid-sized, first of all, small and mid-sized businesses, forget about it. The ones that rely on international talent, they can't afford this. So that's it. You're hurting small and medium businesses. You will push skilled workers who might come to the United States, work productively, innovate, have kids here, who then work here, pay into the system. They're going to go to other countries. So you're also hurting the United States in that way. And I should also mention that all of the people concerned about the birth rate, it's widely accepted that legal immigration to the United States needs to go up. If you believe in the paradigm of, in order to grow economically, we need more people here. And it's hard to convince people to have more kids. So one way to increase your population, increase your tax base, et cetera, is to bring in legal immigrants, especially highly skilled, highly qualified ones, to do relatively high-end jobs. You should be in favor of this. Like what Elon Musk has been talking about is we got to get more people here, qualified, smart people. And so this is nuts in every sense of the word. If you really want to deal with this issue, you can't fix it in one presidential term. You've got to deal with education. Trump doesn't want to do that. Donald Trump has already packed his second-term cabinet with loyalists. He's threatened deportation as political punishment. He's expanded executive authority in ways we have not seen in modern history. These are real changes that are happening right now. And what's even more alarming is that a lot of the media is either glossing over the worst of it or they're reframing it so it all sounds a little more palatable. And that is why I use Ground News. This is a news comparison tool. Doesn't just feed you headlines. It shows you here's how different outlets, left, right, center, are covering the same story. And this is one of the few tools I know of that can really help you detect the political spin, the bias, catch stories that your usual sources might downplay or not cover at all, on everything from immigration policy to economic shifts. If you want to get a bigger picture, a broader picture of what's being reported, Ground News is an invaluable source to keep you informed. And Ground News is offering my audience 40% off their top tier Vantage plan. You'll only pay $5 a month. Go to ground.news/Pakman or enter the code Pakman in the app to get started. The link is in the description.